The Cardinals return to the city they call home from 1920 to 1959. They'll battle the Bears, who've dominated the series. It's Arizona and Chicago, and it's coming up next.
Now, the good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold, to be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, they come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The Bears offense making their way out now for their first drive with Justin Fields, the rookie from Ohio State, at quarterback.
And just a few years after the Bears made a big move at quarterback, taking Mitchell Trubisky, they did it again this year, moving from number 20 to number 11 in the draft to select Justin Fields out of Ohio State. This offense was just 26 in total yardage last year, so they needed some production. Justin Fields, 63 touchdown passes his last 2 years at Ohio State. They're expecting him to be their guy for the future.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run,
he's got him in. Complete. Touchdown. Darnell Mooney. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears on just 2 plays have taken the lead. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Arizona Cardinals offense coming out here for the first time, and we get a peek at Kyler Murray, the dangerous offensive weapon now in his 3rd season in the National Football League.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. From the 24, Murray. Buying time to his left. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground. On 1st and 10 is Connor. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. This defense for the Bears, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And this will be swung out here for Connor. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, Murray. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. Murray a give. This is Connor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Murray going to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, with the dive look that time, our defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And he rifles one incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Fields now to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Fields. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the 1st down sack. Fields. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now Fields. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession. A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. Forced out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. From just shy of midfield, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Fields. There's Mooney with another catch. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Fields. That's complete to Robinson. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Graham. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They'll run with Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Santos with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Murray. He'll dump this one off to Connor. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Murray again. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And they've got just over 50 seconds to go till halftime, so they can try to put something together if they want. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. That's complete to Mooney. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On play action, Fields. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Fields on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one is incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now a first down throw, Fields. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown Bears. John Mooney as the first half is winding down. And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, CD, when you combine accuracy with a big arm, you get throws like that. And Justin Fields may very well be making these kinds of plays at the pro level for years to come.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A final shot before half from Murray. Flushed out right. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And in the second quarter, it's the Vikings who are out on top. The Vikings trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. Daniel Jones has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. In that game, level, as they take on the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cardinals, and they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Matt Nagy wants the officials to take another look at that one. He'll throw out the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Let's go.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Conner going to get it again on second down. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Murray. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He goes right back to Green. He's got it complete. 7 yards the pick up there. Working with a 2nd and 3. And Murray, he's going to run with it himself. Pushes past him. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
Yeah, this is great work by a quarterback here. He's doing anything he can to avoid taking a square hit. I admire the way he worked his way through the initial contact and then continued downfield for good yardage.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Green. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Looking to throw again on second down. Murray. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Murray now. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity. And
he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. Prater on to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. A 10-play drive that time. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. To throw is Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. With the football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Here's Murray. And caught, right side, Green. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. On first down, Connor. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, it's Murray. And the reception made by Green. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people will call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Murray. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'll get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. On 1st down, Fields. And this one's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Back to throw, Fields. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Chandler Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Murray going to throw. Screen pass to Connor. And running with power here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
1st down, Murray. And this will be swung out here for Connor. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now Murray. He'll dump this one off to Connor. No gain on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Murray to throw. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with third down coming up. And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Now Murray's got to have this one. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. On 2nd and 10, Fields. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Fields. Able to complete it to Montgomery. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. Zach Ertz has it complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and set him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 3rd down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards. On 3rd, here's an option play right. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So here's the veteran kicker, Matt Prater. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So here's the veteran kicker, Matt Prater. This from 52, and this for the win. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the Cardinals win it. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Arizona, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.